David James is the established number one, but a lot of young lads trying to get into his footsteps.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for them. Obviously, you know, Paul Robinson's still around and was playing well at the end of last season, and he's got 30-odd caps. But then after that, we've got a lot of younger ones, although Robert Green would probably say he's not a younger one anymore, but certainly, you know, Robert played at the end of last season, played 2 games and was not excessively worked, but certainly did what he had to do and coped with the occasions very, very well. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Joe Hart and Ben Foster and even Scott Carson, who's still young in terms of goalkeeping. So they're around and they'll be pushing to get back in the squad as well. So, no, we're in a far better state in terms of numbers playing in the Premiership now than we have been for a number of years.
Is it a concern that Ben Foster's not playing regular first-team football at Manchester United?
Well, he didn't play regular first-team football last year, although he probably got more games in last year than he did the previous year as such. He's had a few injury problems, little niggling injuries, which have kept him out for 4 and 6 weeks at times. So hopefully, he'll have a clear run this year with no injuries. And of course, he signed a new 4-year contract. Now, you know, Ben knows that to be part of the squad, he'll need to be playing a lot more football than he probably played last year. So I'm sure he's in his discussions for that 4-year contract. There have been discussions about him getting an opportunity or more opportunities in Man United's side. But of course, if he does get the opportunity, he has to take it and he has to perform. So, you know, that's where the proof of the pudding will be.
And David James, I mean, he's no spring chicken, he's had an operation, but do you think he can still come back and be as good as he was before?
Well, you know, Peter Shilton played in the World Cup when he was 40. I think Pat Jennings actually played in the World Cup when he was close to 41. And Dino Zoff, I think, actually won a World Cup final when he was close to 41. So, you know, the record books say that, you know, goalkeepers, if they're fit enough, can play to that age. And certainly the one thing you say about David is that he's probably as fit a goalkeeper, is probably the best physical specimen of a goalkeeper you've seen around for a long time.
You were on the bench in St Etienne in '98 when Michael Owen exploded onto the world stage. Do you think there's a chance Michael could come back, especially now he's at Manchester United?
His form in terms of scoring goals has never been in doubt when he's playing. The problem Michael's had in the last couple of years is that he's hardly played. And when he has played, he's probably not been fully fit, and therefore that's affected his ability to score goals. So the big thing for Michael is, he's got an unbelievable move to one of the top sides in the world in Manchester United, although people 35 miles down the East Lancashire Road might be not too happy with it, but certainly he is now one of the top clubs in the world. And he's got through pre-season without any injuries at this moment, and he's scoring goals in pre-season. Now, Sir Alex Ferguson is the first person to say, well, we actually haven't played anybody yet, so the test will be further down the line for Michael. But the big thing is, if Michael can get himself fully fit, then his record suggests that a fully fit Michael Owen not only can score goals for Manchester United, but he can score goals at the highest level. And therefore, certainly if Michael can remain fit and in form, then I'm sure that Fabio will be taking a very close look at him.
You mentioned Liverpool, of course. Last year it was so close, they led for a long time, they were really in the hunt, and it fell away. What do you think Rafa needs to do to really get the edge over Manchester United and Chelsea and Arsenal and possibly Manchester City?
The big thing is keeping Torres and Gerrard fit, because when those two played and they were fit, then they were a match for anybody. But when one or both of them were not playing, then there was a problem for them scoring goals. And so those two are the fulcrum of everything for Liverpool Football Club. And of course at the moment there's all sorts of rumours of whether Alonso's going to stay or not. And I think if he leaves, it would leave a big hole and a short amount of time to fill that big hole with somebody else, because I think again he's an unsung hero. He just sits there, he wins the ball, he can play short and long passes, he knows where to find Gerrard, he knows the sort of balls that Torres likes, and if he leaves I think that would be a big blow to Liverpool.